Hello and welcome. Good morning. A little bit dark at the moment, but yeah, you can just see it's getting light on the horizon. Just had breakfast, tidying up, and yes, as the title hopefully says, this is an average day at LKW. I know I'm in somewhat of a unique position today, and I know pretty much all of what I'm doing today. You don't normally know, well, you know the drop in the morning, but you don't know the collection, which I actually do today. Or I know the city, it's in Wisbech at 2 o'clock this afternoon. But my delivery, first of all, is packing materials, I think, to a rookery farm near Spalding. Which is around about a 3-hour drive away. So all along back roads most of the way, because yeah, I'm at Harwich right now. With my trailer already. I picked it up last night, so trailer is hooked up on the back. Clock on in a few minutes time, do daily checks, run up to this rookery farm place, which is in the middle of nowhere. I think I found a decent route to get in that should be HGV friendly. Do that. Supposed to aim for around 10:30, but given the traffic of late, who knows when I'll actually get there. Once that's done, we can then head down to Wisbech, wherever this place is. A text will eventually come in from LKW. Do that, and then I don't know where that one's likely to ship out of, Harwich or Purfleet, one of them two. It's normally all the waste bales from Biffa that ship out of Harwich. So they go over to Rotterdam and then just down the road to a power station, I assume, to get incinerated and turned into electricity. But yes, so that's the rough plan for today. Whether it'll actually happen that way, we'll find out, but yes, never know. As for my setup, I'm good for inside. I've got a second camera. So I've got this one, a forward-facing one. Now I could take one of these off the mounts and use it externally, but that would be quite a bit of a faff, especially if I'm in a rush, which with LKW is pretty much all of the time. Being Gen Hall, that yeah, they want you to be everywhere as soon as possible. My wild hair. Yeah, shave it all off soon. Where was I? LKW, yes. They rush you around incredibly hard and like you to get here, there and everywhere as soon as possible and do an impossible amount. Today should be a shortish distance. I have had some 600 odd kilometre days before. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll get time to unmount one of these cameras and use it externally. I'm going to assume no. Yeah, hopefully after Christmas in the January sales another camera will come up a bit cheaper. Maybe get a third one for external use, so I won't promise there'll be any external shots today. We could consider this another test video part 2 and yeah, see how it goes internally, but it's getting on. Almost 7:10. I'm going to clock on at 7:15 and yeah, do my daily checks, and then we can set off for Rookery Farm in the middle of nowhere near Spalding. So yes, I'll see you in a few minutes once I've filled in my daily check form and done my daily checks. So everything's looking good. Well, it should be the same because I literally just picked it up last night and then drove 500 yards. So if anything were to have changed in that time, I would be surprised. Nil defects. We're good for another day. Have I wrote in this? Yes. Pretty much ready to go now, just waiting for the last minute. There he goes. And to go. Plenty of fuel and AdBlue, so we don't have to worry about that for today. But yeah, I wasn't concerned anyway because I only just filled up yesterday, and you can normally go for about 2 days before you need to fill up. AdBlue can go every other fuel stop, or just about. I've run out a couple of times. Could do with the AdBlue being a little bit bigger. AdBlue tank being a little bit bigger because yeah, it doesn't quite last 2 full fuel tanks. If you fill up on the first fuel tank slightly early, it will just about make it to almost empty on the other one. I think it's about 27 litres from completely empty. Yeah, if you see the trailer out of that window, I've got a low deck trailer on today, which I think was 950mm is the running height for that, whereas in the UK, or high deck, whatever name they go by, we run fifth wheel heights at 1250mm. So it's about 25-30 centimetres different. You can get a UK spec or high deck trailer, whatever they're called, underneath one, but it does sort of run at a bit of an angle, and the fit underneath is quite tight because this truck's got those the ramps at the back that you sort of can slide the trailer up and down. Yeah, there's like that much gap between them, so if you have a change of incline you can end up contacting the trailer, which I've done numerous times. And if you're turning left or right as it's doing it, it produces a very nasty sound. And, yes, my ramps are slowly getting worn away. But yeah, LKW, they are a European company, they're from Germany. But they do run a mixture of high deck and low decks. I imagine that this is on a low deck trailer because they're quite tall pallets. They probably wouldn't have fit in a high deck trailer. And the roofs are fixed on those ones, whereas on these low decks there's a little pump jack in each corner. You can pump the roof up to get that extra height to fit the load on. Use every little available inch of space. The not quite roundabout, more like an oval about. But yeah, that was Harwich-Port, just to your left now. That's where I picked the trailer up. They're incredibly busy coming up to Christmas. Not sure whether it's a combination of it being nearly Christmas, and it usually goes crazy at Christmas anyway, or because of the upcoming Brexit. So we're about to leave at the end of December, 1st of January. So if it's like a last minute rush to get everything in before tariffs and whatnot to start kicking in, or if it's a combination of the two maybe. Yeah, so that's the entrance to the port, just there, if you're going to drop off freight or ship out via truck. Here's the big parking, which I don't really like. It's miles away from toilets and shower facilities and whatnot, whereas the other place, I don't know how it compares in price, but yeah, it's about 20-25 metres to the toilets versus however far that is, like across the other side of the port. Something crazy, so yeah, I prefer to park in that other place if I can. you ever have to stay here for the weekend, there's plenty of shops. There's the Morrison's there, there's McDonald's there, Lidl, with enough room to get a truck down it. And then a load of stuff over there, B&M, Argos, Carpetright. Not really much use to a truck driver. Home Bargains, that's another food shop. Domino's Pizza. Calling it Harwich, and it's called the Port of Harwich, but officially it's in the suburb or conjoined village of Parkeston, however you pronounce it. And yes, it's not technically Harwich. Harwich is a little bit further up the way, but it's all sort of like one big conjoined thing. It's a bit like saying I'm going to Richmond, going to London, as if they're two separate places. They're kind of technically the same. It's a bit like Manchester and Salford. They're two separate cities, but you'd never be able to tell it. They're all conjoined together. So this is the A120. We've got left, and it's basically just a cruise now, all the way down to the A12, and then up to A14, A142, Newmarket, 141, and somewhere towards Rookery Farm. Wisbech, however it's pronounced, and just off to the left, which is supposedly where my collection is today. And just a little bit past that is our destination, Rookery Farm. Rookery Farm Packing Limited. I'm going to drop off these big old pallets of packing material of some sort. No idea what it is exactly, but it's heavy, I know that much. Does me lift axles down. So this will be the outskirts. There's an industrial estate. Looks like there's a big industrial estate off to the left somewhere. Maybe it's over there. But I wouldn't be surprised if it got changed, that could happen. It's all a bit ad hoc, last minute sometimes at LKW. Getting close now. Turning's just up here somewhere. Just want it to be an open route. Don't want to see any 7.5 ton weight limit signs. Because all the other options look less than ideal. Lots of tight wiggly roads. Very narrow, possibly inappropriate roads to be driving on with a 44 ton truck. There's a truck coming down. It's a small one. Oh, and there's a 32 tonner going up it, so that's a good sign. Excuse me. Thank you. Past 10, we're looking good. Depending on how slowly we have to drive down this road. We might be slightly after 10:30, but yeah, not too bad, not too bad. What's this guy doing? Backing into someone's house. So far so good. I tried to pick the straightest road possible because everything else was like 90-degree plus corners and super tiny little roads that didn't look really suitable for a truck. This road looked like it was the straightest one to come into. So far it's been pretty good. It's a little bit on the bouncy side, as you can hear by everything rattling around up in the cup. But yeah, the roads themselves are alright. It's more this farm place. Just looking at it on Google, there's almost no space to get a truck in anywhere. A big farm looking sheds over there. I reckon it's that over there. Little single track roads. So this next left is where I want to go. Could be interesting. Give it a wide swing. It's a 2-lane road at least, it's not a single track road. Yeah, wheels have just cleared the curb. Perfect. So go down here. And according to Google, it opens up into like a triangle shaped bit. So we want to take the right fork, and then wherever those farm buildings are, possibly those ones, is where it is. 3 minutes to go. We're going to hit it bang on 10:30 by the looks of it. Maybe it's not those ones then. Well, it might be. That's a greenhouse looking thing. I saw those on Google. So take the right split, right fork, whichever one you want to call it. At least there's no traffic, he says, as a car just comes around the corner. Yeah, that's it, just there. So we want to turn into this place on the right somewhere. The only place that looked remotely possible to get into was down at the far end where those cars are. Nothing behind us, so we can go as slow as we want. Try and work out where would be best. There's kind of an entrance there, but that's super muddy. It's a bit of a jump up onto that plinth. That looks like the foundations for another greenhouse to me, not somewhere to unload. Rookery Farm. This is a nice big entrance at least. I will so I can pull to the left, or I can pull to the right. Deliveries only beyond this point. There's a truck up the far end, so I'll pull off to the right here since there's space and I can reverse back if needs be, and then I'll try and find someone. Make sure the back end's clear, yeah, so that truck can get out. 3 hours driving on the dot, look at that, timed to perfection, 10:30. Change you back to other work. I hate tacos that default to rest brake, it's so annoying. You can so easily end up recording something that you didn't plan to, and then potentially getting a fine for falsifying records even though it wasn't you that did it. But yeah, got the paperwork, try and find someone. There's a couple of people walking around, see if what they want. Oh, it's a bit nippy out there. Oh. Might be sunny, but it's cold. 10 degrees, it don't feel like it with that wind. Card expires 3rd of the 2nd. Every time I turn the ignition on now it says that. I'm just going to keep doing it until February when the card finally does expire. What do I want? Hazards, reverse. Wait for the tractor to go. Windows again. So yeah, there's another truck down there at the minute, a Royal Mail. I've just got to drive down there, parking next to him. That's right, I'm coming down, you're going to have to move somewhere.
follow that van, yeah?
Yeah, I've got.
Go forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just forward here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit here to that van.
That one. Okay.
Because we cannot go in the
Ah, okay. Yeah. Suspension back up. Just what you want when you're reversing sunshine in your face. It got the thumbs up of approval. It must be good to go. Yeah, as I was just about to say, open the curtains. Yep. And offload. Now that that's done, let's reverse out of it around the corner if we can fit. Sun is not being helpful at all. I'll try and see where I am in relation to these cars. Plenty of room, all good. So that's that all done. Got this signed for. Got my collection, LWM Wisbech. Weasenham, not Wisbech, okay. Oh no, Weasenham Lane. 2 o'clock collection. And it's only just coming up to 12 o'clock. 10 to 12. Yeah, it might be worth having a break then. I'll look that address up in the Look that address up in a moment. Today's job. Oh, it's going to Purfleet. Parish to Spalding. Select document, camera. Take a picture, use photo, upload, send it off to LKW and see if they're happy with it. So yeah, LKW give you an app that has all the job stuff on it. And yeah, once it goes through, you get a little in progress until someone looks at it. And if I go to yesterday's job, it has everything okay. So someone's looked at it and said, yes, it's good, we'll pay you. But anyway, back to today's job. Collecting from Wisbech, how you pronounce it. This trailer is departing in Purfleet tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. Cool. Food, okay. It's going to Vern in Belgium. 24 tons, a fair weight. But yeah, Purfleet, so before all the spaces get nicked, I'll book a spot for parking in Purfleet. Where is Purfleet? Down there, Purfleet. How many spaces? Oh, one of 125 spaces available. Reserve! 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 Whew. Got there just in time. No spaces available. Cool, I got the very last one. Perfect. That's my parking booked. That's uploaded. That's all sorted. That's near enough 12 o'clock. Yeah, I'll go on break. Have lunch. Almost ate all my lunch. I lost a fair bit of time trying to work out this place because they sent me LWM Wisbech and there is no company by that name. Apparently it is a place called Lamb Weston. Oh, why aren't you locking into place? There we go. And as connections go, it's super close. It's like 25-30 minutes down the road, which I don't think I've ever had a place that close before. You're usually driving at least an hour and a half or so. Oh no, there's a tractor coming. I thought that lorry was coming this way originally. Just about fit past. But I'm going back to the main road, the exact way I came in, because we know it works. So that means turning left here, I think. And this place is in that industrial area that I was, well, that I noticed on my map earlier. Yeah, I think I prefer winter days to be grey and miserable, because you're just constantly getting blinded by the sun every time. Yeah, it's much more bearable winter when it's grey and misery. Every time you look in a mirror or turn a corner or something, it's like, oh god dear. But yes, apparently what I'm collecting, because I asked on the group chat for the drivers, oh dear, where is this place? And yeah, apparently it is Lamb Weston. It's potato starch or something like that, potentially. At least that's what he thinks it is. Which is possible. I mean, on the Google page it shows plates of chips, so I wouldn't say it's definitely not going to be that, because there's a fair chance it could be with that picture. Mirrors. See why Mercedes got rid of the mirrors, they can get in the way sometimes. I don't remember these being here earlier. Yeah, well. We're through now, just on the outskirts of town. Somewhere just down here. We'll get away for the bus. Oh, he's letting me go. Okay. Thank you. Where we go? 7.5 tons, okay. Might not be able to go in this way then. Has that got a weight limit? It does, okay. We're gonna have to go all the way through town now, the other side then. Unless I can turn right further down here, maybe. That's a possibility. There's a truck there, an articulated one, so yeah. Probably not a 7.5 ton limit then. And we can turn right. Cool. We'll do that. Works for me. Oh dear. instead of coming up on the right, it'll now come up on the left. We need to drive all the way to the very end, pretty much, of this road. It's a very snazzy looking Mercedes. No. Hutchinson's, no. In here somewhere. But where exactly? Forklift driver knows where to go. Next one. There we go. And Western. Weybridge to the left. Okie doke. Try that and see what happens. Making it up as I go along, as always. There's the Weybridge in front of us. Hazard warning lights to be used in yards at all time. Okay, will do. Since we're off public roads, I can take my seatbelt off. Put this on. And we're in. Find out who I've got to see, where I've got to go. Is this the office on the left, perhaps? There's toilets at least. Right, find out where I've got to load. Well, that's the trailer sorted out and ready to go. Don't know if the forklift driver's doing that one first, even though they arrived second. But yeah, these big white bags that you can see in front of us and off to the right on the trailer, that's what we're picking up. Potato starch, which there is a very strong smell of in the air. But yeah, since everything's ready and it's now up to them to start doing stuff, I'm going to finish off my lunch. Okay, back the way we came to Ely, down towards Newmarket. Yep. Turn right, down towards Cambridge, pick up the M11. Lovely, cool. Can do that. Next question is 20 to 3, 24, 25, 26, 3 and a bit hours. I think I'll be arriving at Purfleet a little bit before the boat does, and then there's however long it takes to get the trailer off into a parking bay before I can get to it. Yeah. Do we hang around to let the trailer come off the boat, pick it up tonight, or do I just park up and then go and get it in the morning at stupid o'clock? Might be worth just leave it, because you never know how long it's going to take to get off the boat. Where'd that forklift go? Anywhere around here. Okay, cool. Ooh, we're heavy. Apparently we're light enough for the lift axle to come up there. Staying up. Well, we're less than 40 tonnes, I don't know that much. Oh dear, I picked the wrong way. Well, just means I'm going to have to blindside it onto the bay instead. Not onto the bay. Blindside it around the corner and then get out the exit. Plenty of room, so be fairly easy, I imagine. Cool. Let's go see what they say inside. Yes, it is behind us. Oh. White starch not suitable for animal feed. Navidon BV, Netherlands. My address is for Belgium. No, not you, not you. That one. Navidon. Okay, same company, that must be just their head office. Don't need that anymore. Yeah. Oh, good. So, pretty much. Go back the way we came, pretty much. Around there. What's the quickest way out of here? Then turn left and then left again. Okay. Okay, will do. Actually, we'll start off by going forward. Get me some space away from this fence line. More room to play with. There we go. There we go. Left and left again. Sun's going to be blinding me for another hour or so yet. So sunglasses was probably the right call. Unrelenting, blinded by the sun all day. It's very rare to get such a nice day at midwinter. 12 degrees, and be a little bit dubious of that. 13, yeah. That's the heat from under the engine bay that's done that, I think. Once we've got some airflow through the engine, we'll get the real air temperature. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Fairly bog standard day. Did the drop this morning, collection now, down Purfleet. Didn't make the lights. Dropped the trailer off. Next trailer's coming in at 6:30 tonight. Well, the boat does anyway. And then however long it takes to get off, so I might just run to the parking solo, park up for the night, get up earlier in the morning, add another half hour to my morning to allow to get the trailer. And then we've got to run up to Leicester with kitchen roll and toilet roll for company. So nice, nice light little load there, about 4 or 5 tons. It's not much. Got to be up there for 9 o'clock though. Does mean that I have to get up early enough that I miss rush hour on the M25, so at least we have that bonus. technically it's not the A13, we want the next one, but 30 and 31 are combined. Nearly the end of the day. Just gone 5 o'clock. I should be done by 6, hopefully. Well, almost definitely, because I don't have to faff about finding a trailer. Let that guy go, so that trailer doesn't cut in and pull over on me. So that's the A13 off that way. Heading east. That's where the UPS London hub is if you go up that way. Near Stanford La Hope, I think it is. We want this way. Because we don't want junction 30, we want junction 31. This one. Purfleet, A1090. If you go to the right, you end up back on the M25 again. Busy there. But our bit's clear and we don't need to come back this way, so it doesn't matter. Because we are going to turn left at this roundabout up ahead when we come back in the opposite direction. So it'll be right as we're currently facing it. Takes us off up towards the garage, and that's where I'm going to get me milk for tomorrow. There's the Dartford Crossing Bridge up front. Traffic's moving nicely. Considering it's peak rush hour traffic, it's all moving suspiciously well. Turn it off, let's go. Straight over. Under the railway bridge. Through the edge of town. And it comes up on the left down here. Seems like they've had a shift change, there's lots of cars leaving. And this is where I'm going to have to leave you, I'm afraid. No videoing allowed inside the port. Whew, that took a while. struggled to find a space this evening. That's the trailer dropped off. Now we're incredibly bouncy now that we've got no weight on the back. Wait for them to go. Follow them out. No one coming, only a cyclist. So if I had a trailer and I was leaving the port, as I would do tomorrow, straight on, as I want to go to the garage and to park for the night, I'm going left. The quickest way to the M25 is straight over at that roundabout, but for some weird reason the signs tell you to come this way, past the garage, do a U-E at the roundabout, and then go back to that big roundabout underneath the M25 where we originally pulled off. It's strange. I have no idea why they've got it signed that way, but there you go. Just here. Lots of trucks and bits and bobs everywhere. Any room for me to squeeze in anywhere? Not around this side. Excuse me, don't mind me coming through. Watch out for the van. Leave the shoes out there. They do not come in, especially after today, because they're so incredibly muddy from that first one. Boom, lights, da, 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 da. And we are away. Hang on. Put that in the cup holder at least so it doesn't roll away. Where's the whisk come from? traffic lights that sometimes just randomly change to red repeatedly for no reason, like the phantom button pusher. There's a container heading. Are they going in as well or not? What's going on? We're turning in or not? No, going straight on. Cool. Yep, thanks. Let's get chaperoned to our parking space. Oh, it's full. Will I be up at the top or off to the side bit? Because I'm only a solo unit tonight. Yeah.
Where would you ever go? Up the top or over there?
If there's space over here, I can go over here.
Yeah, go on, up the
Yeah, okay, no, thanks. Ooh. I get to see myself into a space tonight. He hasn't said nothing, so this must be a good enough place. Take the dash cam off. Delete everything because nothing happened today of interest. So that's all ready for tomorrow. One more minute. Oh God. 1800. Rest break. Places. End place. United Kingdom. There we go. All clocked off for the day. Cool. Nothing much more to it. That's it. That's an average day at LKW if everything goes well. Sometimes it can go wrong, sometimes you can get some curveball jobs. But that's your basic, easy as LKW traction day. Didn't get the trailer for tomorrow, that's a bit annoying, but yeah, boat's due in at half an hour. Yeah, there were shunters actually running onto a boat. There might have been the boat, it might have arrived early. Oh well. Just get up early in the morning and go do it. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have dinner and go to bed. Until next time, see you then.